Good morning, everyone. Marta Ermias here, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. How is everybody doing? I hope that you guys are doing great. Today is Tuesday, October the 9th, and I am an entrepreneur based off of Columbus, and I love to talk about personal growth, entrepreneurship, and contribution, as I believe that those three subjects actually lead us into a life of greatness. So good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Hat. Good to see you here. Those of you who are joining me live, please go ahead and say hello. I want to say good morning. Mehret, good morning. Good to see you. Ralph, good morning. Where are you? Are you in Canada or the US? Good to see you here. Miss Ghana, good morning. Good to see you guys here. So what I'm going to be talking about today is that, success is usually really follows our outlook and our thought process. And what I want to share with you today is 15 outlooks and beliefs that will lead you to success. So I always believe that if we have belief that is based on truth, on reality, then we definitely could lead us into success. So hi Marty, good morning. Hi Elroy, Saru, Houston, awesome. Ralph, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Sarah. So I want to talk about 15 outlooks and beliefs that can definitely lead you to success, and whether or not how you view life, how you think is really definitely going to either result in your success or in the kind of life that you're going to have. So the first one I want to say is thinking that every day is a gift. Okay, when you believe that every day is a gift, your outlook for the day, there's two different ways of thinking about the day. You can either wake up and think about, you just think about the problems that were happening yesterday and, whether or not you solved them or not, all the heaviness of the day. If you approach the day with that look, what will happen is you will miss opportunities that the day brings. But if you see it as a blessing, as a soil that needs to be worked, as something that where you could actually go ahead and create something, that's what outlook that will definitely help you become successful. Number two is how you see your work. Whether you see your work as something that you have to do to earn money, or you see it as something that you're doing because you like to make a difference. And that is also either going to make you successful or not successful, because when you're only thinking about, I'm working because I have to, then you're not going to give it your 100% at all, because as human beings, we just can't do that. However, if you like what you do and you know that you're making a difference because of what you do, you're definitely going to be successful. So that's like an outlook that can definitely help you. Number three is the outlook that says success takes time. Okay, a lot of times, people don't believe that, they have to wait to see their success, but in reality, in life, success does take time. That's the truth. So your outlook and your belief, if you keep thinking of that, if you always think that you understand that success takes time and that's how you think, you will eventually be successful. But if your expectation is not that and you don't want to wait it out, you just want to see success tomorrow, you're not going to be successful because you have the wrong expectation and you can't wait it out. You won't be able to stay long enough to see your success. Another outlook is understanding that passion is everything. Great ideas are great, and you have to have great ideas in order to do anything, but idea alone won't do anything. You really need passion to follow it, and passion is actually something that's given to us because everybody has different passion, and that's because everybody has different purpose in this world. So whatever you're passionate about, it's really the fuel that will make it happen, and that's the fuel that will help you fulfill your purpose. So passion is everything, and understanding that you really need to be passionate about the things that you do will help you become successful. Another one is individuality is important. Understanding that we are all created unique, and expressing our uniqueness and being the person that we are, being authentic without any apology or without any fear of being criticized and judged, that's also an outlook of success, because a lot of people are afraid to show who they truly are. or be like, they like to look like everybody else. That way they're not noticed, and that's really not good, because if you don't stand out, it's kind of hard to be successful. But you're also risking being criticized or judged when you stand out. But you've got to be okay with that. It's very, very important that you'll be okay with your individuality and your uniqueness. You have to understand that every single person that goes out there and to stand out has to go through that. So you're actually, I'm sorry, I just had a call. I don't know why it came, because my phone is disabled. But anyways, so individuality is important, and you have to embrace your uniqueness and you being different, and you have to, just let it be as it is. And that's really definitely one way to become successful. Another one is thinking that ordinary life is boring. If you accept the comfort of ordinary life, just being, just make it like when it's easy and simple, but you just accept it and you're okay with it, maybe that's what you're going to get, ordinary life. But when you feel like ordinary life is you want something extraordinary because ordinary life is boring to you, then you're definitely going to push yourself to success. So you want to make sure that you're always looking for the extraordinary. One of the things that I believe is that everybody has the potential to do something extraordinary and something great. They just have to unleash their potential and live out the potential that they're supposed to live. They have to unleash their potential, and there's much more fulfillment in doing that. Even though there's much more risk, there's probably going to be a lot more failure, a lot more pain in trying to do things extraordinary, but the reward is more satisfying than never risking, never doing anything different, and living an ordinary life is boring. And someone that thinks that way is the person that's going to go and do extraordinary things. Okay. Number 7, think outside the box. This is also another outlook that will definitely help you become successful. But when we say think outside the box, it doesn't mean that any thought that's different is good. That whatever different that you're thinking, or you're thinking outside the box, it has to be innovative. It also has to be practical. It's got to be for a purpose. Just being different doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to lead you to success. But as long as whatever your thoughts, thinking outside the box, challenging the status quo, thinking something different because you're being innovative, and it's something practical, that's good. That's really good. You don't have to wait until everybody agrees with you if you have an innovative idea. Number 8, set your own standards. And again, when it comes to success, a lot of times we define success based on what we see on other people. So basically, we're kind of like copying the standard of success of other people. We really have to be careful about that, because even if we get there and we reach where other people are and we have what they have, we may not be fulfilled if that's not our true definition of success. You really have to define success for yourself. It has to be your own. What is it that makes you happy? Because we're created differently, and we're motivated and driven for different purpose. And when you have your own purpose and you define success based on what you really want, outside of what other people have or don't have, or are or are not, if you really define it for yourself, that's when you're going to be truly successful and also fulfilled once you achieve your success. So set your own standards, define success for yourself. Do not let society or other people define it for you. And number 9 is, if you like it, just do it. And this is a principle that really helps people become successful, because a lot of time is wasted when people keep thinking about whether or not they should do something. They like something, but they're not sure, so they just keep thinking about it. So that's also something that holds people back from success. If you like something, just go do it. If your heart says yes, then just overcome that little fear that you have of starting something and just go ahead and do it. That's also one principle and outlook that will help you be successful. Number 10 is, there's always enough time. This is very important. We all know that every single person in this world is given with the same amount of time. But then many people think there's not enough time in this world. I was actually having a conversation with a good friend about this. But the truth is, there is enough time. There's enough time for everybody. It's just how you see time and how you use time that will make it enough for you or not. It's really the way we use our time, because everybody's given 24 hours in a day and 80, 90, maybe, I don't know, 100 years in their lifetime. But how they use that time is different from one to another. And that's why some people accomplish a lot with the time that they have, and others waste a lot of time. So just feeling that you don't have enough time is not a feeling or belief that's based on truth. The reality is we all have enough time. So thinking and believing that I have enough time will make you actually use your time properly, as opposed to just feeling like you don't have enough time and that's why you're not doing what you're doing. So that's another thing. Number 11 is no one's holding you back. A lot of times we feel like people that are in our lives or circumstances and situations are holding us back from being successful. That's not the truth, because yes, there might be some effect. Our environment could affect us in one way or another, but it's really how we react to that environment that could make us successful or not successful. It's really us as opposed to our situation. Because this is true, because anybody that's been successful, if you read their stories or listen to some of the interviews that they do and things like that, you always find out that the circumstances and situations around them weren't favorable for them to become successful, but they wouldn't allow that to hold them back. They have this belief that no one's holding me back. So if you want to make something happen, you can. It's all up to you. But thinking that, it's because of this that I can't do it, like as if outside forces are holding you back, will keep you away from success. So just believe that no one's holding you back. It's all up to you. Number 12 is opportunities are endless. Again, sometimes people just wait for the right opportunity to knock on their door, because they forget that opportunities everywhere. It's just that we have to open our eyes and try to see what's around. Like really your attitude, when you believe that opportunities are endless and it's everywhere, then you start to see them. The right opportunity for you start to see it. But if you feel and believe that there's no opportunity that's right for me, then you will miss every single opportunity that's around you because of that belief. It's really how you believe and how you see. When you're looking for something, you find it. I think I've shared it in one of my videos before, but there's an exercise that Tony Robbins does in his seminars where you close your eyes and, first you close your eyes and then you open he tells you to see the red in the room. If there's any red color in the room, just to see it. And then you open your eyes and you look around and you see the red. And then you close your eyes again. And then he asks you to open it again and see maybe the yellow. So the thing is, when you were looking for the red, you actually never saw the yellow. But when you were looking for the yellow, you actually see it. That's how our mind is. So if you believe that there's opportunity around you, then you will start to see the opportunities. But if you feel like there's no opportunity for me, then you don't really see it. So that's very important. Number 13, failure is not the end. This is, again, an attitude that will allow you to become successful. We have to understand that success is really, it's really one step of going from failure to failure. There's going to be a lot of points where you will fail in life, and a lot of failures when you're trying to achieve something or trying to become successful in something. But it's a learning experience. When you see it as a learning experience and just keep going, then you'll be okay with it. But if you feel like if you failed at it once and it's the end, then it will stop you. You will stop there. But the reality is, anybody who's achieved any kind of success had to overcome a lot of failure. Their path is really filled with failure. So when you think that failure is not the end, and if you failed at something, okay, what is it that I can learn from this? And you just move on and you keep going, then that's when you can become successful. But a lot of people are afraid of failure because they think it's the end. They see it as something really bad, and they just try to avoid it. And when that happens, it's very hard to become successful because you're going to be a prisoner of fear of failure. Number 14 is you've got to learn to let go. You have to learn to let go if you want to be successful. What do you let go of? You've got to let go of the past. You have to let go of any disappointments. You have to let go of any failure in the past. You have to let go of hurt, if there was hurt. Basically, you've got to stop looking in the back mirror when you're moving forward. You know, like you can't be looking back and move forward. That's why, letting go is very, very important. What has happened in the past has happened. That's history. But when you don't let go, it's actually your present. You're living in the past, right now in the present. But learning to let go is actually an art, and it's a skill. Letting go involves forgiveness. Forgiveness, you forgive yourself, you forgive other people. And like sometimes if you failed and you say you still have pain over that failure, you're probably not forgiving yourself. It's okay to fail and forgive yourself and move on. Or if some people have hurt you or something has disappointed you in life, you've got to really close those chapters and let go of it and move on. That's the only way you can succeed. But if you keep living in your past, you're only going to produce like products of that past, whatever was happening during that time. Everything that happens now is going to be a product of that as well. So letting go is also another outlook or belief or skill that you have to have in order for you to be successful. Number 15, and this is the last one, is you can always make a difference. Also, always believe that you can make a difference. Sometimes people believe that they don't have any use in this world, but that's really not true. It doesn't matter how big of your influence is or how small. You can be influencing just one person and making a difference in one person's life, or you can be influencing hundreds and thousands of people and making a difference in hundreds and thousands of people. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're making a difference. And the beautiful part of it is we are created for that. When you make a difference is when you really live a life of fulfillment. It's always more blessing when you're giving than when you're receiving. That's just how we are human beings. So significance is important. When you make a difference, you feel significant, and that gives you fulfillment in life. So always understand that you can make a difference. You may not be, sometimes we look at our weaknesses and we feel like that's all we see. That's how we see ourselves, and we try to fix ourselves, and that's all we think about when we think about ourselves, and we don't feel like we're useful for anything. We feel like we don't have any use for anyone. But every person, it doesn't matter how many weaknesses they also have some strength. They have at least one strength. And with that strength, they can make a difference. And I was having a conversation with this lady, and she was telling me that I think my strength is that I smile. She has a beautiful smile, and a lot of people compliment her with that. Regardless of how she's feeling inside, she's always greeting people with a smile, and she brightens people's day. That could be the way that she makes a difference. It doesn't matter how little it seems of what you're doing, but you've got a difference. So you've got to believe that you can always make a difference. When you believe that, you're actually building upon your strength, and that will eventually help you to success. So those are the 15 things that I wanted to share with you. It's when we want to create a life of success, it all starts with what we believe in our outlook. We really have to be careful how we think in our thought process and what we believe in our hearts, because that's really where it starts, when we start to move forward, and our belief and our thoughts create the life that we have. So that's why we really need to be careful of how they're shaped and really change them towards the things that will help us. So being optimistic, being very positive in your thoughts. And also, one thing that I always say is whatever I believe, I want to make sure I'm believing the truth. Because a lot of times, deception We believe something that's really not true at all. Like, for example, believing that there's not enough time in this world. That's a belief, that's a wrong belief. But when you believe the truth, and you always question yourself whether you're believing the truth or not, and you believe the truth, then your foundation is right, and you will have the right kind of feeling, and they will produce a good result in your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please go ahead and share it with someone and bless someone. For those of you who watch this live, I see 93 people still with me here. Thank you very much for spending your morning with me. And for those of you who are going to be watching this on a replay, please go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know that you watched it on a replay. And if you ever share it, I would like to see that also. Please drop a comment and let me know that you shared it. Other than that, have a very blessed day. Until I see you guys tomorrow with a different topic. God bless you all. Bye-bye.